saw the world from the other side, but it's alright.
The recording just started.
Okay, just started.
Yes, they were shirts at the starting out the elephant camp where you saw many things.
Okay, so I wanted to know all the things that Marley saw. So Marley, you can just start telling us what you saw when you were with Tangmo, walking around. I guess, was that near the waterfalls?
Marley's here and sitting by herself.
So Chief คะ
Yes.
So when her was at the elephant camp, I don't know what elephant talked to her, but it was an elephant. They're talking to her saying, "Don't build another elephant camp for the other elephants to be here."
Oh, okay. So did you hear them speaking?
Yes, because only one, the mum and the baby and the dad already died from the big tree, because the spirit or whoever lived there or whoever don't want the elephants to be there, the tree food over them for over. So some elephants are dead there.
Yes. Yeah, I remember that story, that the tree fell over and killed some of the elephants. Now, do you know, you said one elephant said that they don't want them to build a camp for the new elephants.
Yeah, for the new elephants, yeah. They don't.
Did they say why they don't want that, or they just said they don't want them?
They just said they don't want them to die.
Oh, they said they don't want them to die.
I feel like something walked past her and then talked to her.
Mm-hmm.
And like last time when I said, oh, like in the last paranormal report, and I tell Marley, and Marley said, yes, because I can hear that voice already, like they don't want anything to happening there. So, oh, okay. So I didn't speak to her, so that's why she said she heard like already in the thought, and is the voice telling her that.
Okay.
It says,
well, that's good. So I get both sides of both of your experiences. Now, did the elephant that was talking to Thing say that it didn't want the other elephants to get hurt, or it just says I just don't want them on the property?
It was like they didn't want the other elephants to be here, and maybe another tree will fall over the other elephants.
I understand that you saw many things when you were there. Is that correct, Marley? What I want to know is if what other entities or things that you saw that other people couldn't see when you were out there.
It's like mixed. It's like they have demons, witches, and then the pigeons, and then the density.
Okay. So when you call the pigeons, you're talking about actual birds or people who are like pigeons?
You used to say maybe in our head they have pigeons where they're the same like density.
So now when you I guess heard the pigeons, what kind of things they were saying, if you can remember?
They were not saying anything, they're just walking around.
Okay.
Too much they were walking around the people who were selling everything, but now they're all fed up and everything's broken.
Okay. Now, I think the interpretation of pigeon. Now, did your mom tell you what pigeons were?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Please.
actually on the way to the waterfall is maybe one or two more camp that used to be there and have to shut down too. So basically everything in the area is like broke down.
Okay. Now, I'm thinking that there's something else as well. I'm not exactly sure how you're using the term that people do have density, but you're saying that they're sending density. Now, if we're talking about density, are there things that are dense, that are like people's attachments that are very dense, that are coming to, you said, to the other camp, and when the camp shut down, Some stayed at the other camp and others went to these other areas. Is that what you're saying? Now, are the densities like entities? You know,
Yeah.
camp, it's always fed on customers because there's density around these people. And, most people have around them that feed, that want to eat the energy of others. So this camp, the big camp, was getting a lot of business. Therefore, there were a lot of customers coming, which means there was a lot of food. So that's why the density went there. But when this pandemic thing came about, it pretty much ruined the tourism for Thailand for that time. And so they ended up closing because they couldn't support themselves. So I think that what's going on is that the density in these areas are starving. And also, I believe that there's something else. I don't know. Do you recall seeing anything or anything like a huge snake or serpent on any of those lands? Did you sense or feel any of that? And if you felt something like that as well, Tangmo, if you didn't, that's okay. But I will say that there is a Naga in that area. And the Naga doesn't want, in other words, it likes the nature. It doesn't want any more things to come and ruin the nature. So it understands, and I think when you were saying that so much density came, and I think they're running out of food, and they did something like having to do with the tree falling and killing the elephants. Is that correct? No. Oh, okay. Now the elephants who transitioned, they were okay with transitioning. In other words, they were in captivity. They were chained, which means they were not free. And they spent a long time like that. So it was an agreement to transition. And I get that the Naga facilitated that happening. So the densities were there. They didn't have anything to do with that. They just wanted to feed off of the attention that people paid to the elephants. And I would say, they were feeding off the elephants as well. And yes, so that was happening too. The elephants weren't really feeling very good on that property. Or of course, anything that's incarcerated doesn't feel very good. So that's literally what I see is what's happening. It has to do with nature. It has to do with density coming in, and a lot of people coming in also, because people have density on them. The density feeds on the tourists. The tourists feed on the land. And this is correct. Correct. Yeah. So the tourists feed on the land. The Naga is, say, it's a light Naga. It's an in-between Naga called Yin Yang Naga, which means neither bad nor good. But the things that I like about Nagas is that Nagas they like nature. They like the trees, they like the plants and everything. So even if there's a Naga that is dense, I usually won't fight with it, even if I can, even though I can beat them. But because they have an affection for dunya, for nature, and I have an affection for nature, I said, we're okay. So if someone is getting sick in the area because of a Naga, because Naga is upset with what they're doing, then I will tell those people, you either have to stop, you have to make amends with the Naga, and so on and so forth. And I will make a deal with the dense Naga. To try to help these people understand what you're doing is causing the Naga, to be very angry, and therefore people get sick. So I don't know if there's any, Tangmo, any things having to do with some kind of illnesses or anything like that with some of the people in that area who are involved with the elephant camp. Families that have people who are not well, who are physically unwell.
One elephant at the elephant camp there that now shut down already. I think she have a bad leg, but I don't know where now they removed them to be where. But I walked with her before up on the area around, and I remember she walked very slow and she have a bad leg, and actually she not happy.
Mm.
Huh.
Yes. Yes, go ahead.
Chief. Now I know who's sick.
Uh-huh.
And now you know who's sick? Okay.
He's sick.
Kind of.
It's but I don't know if he's sick because he talked to me because I know he knows.
He didn't mention when he's sick. The guide who planned to reopen everything at the land, who took us there, Malay said maybe he's sick.
But I
Okay. Well,
But-
it sounds like you're pretty much sure that he's sick. And I guess, yes, he is.
But
He's
look
not
healthy.
well. He has attachment.
Yeah, he don't look healthy for us.
Yeah, so he has attachment.
and her his wife
is sick too.
his wife dad just died a month ago.
Oh, his wife, what? His wife died a month ago?
No, his wife dad.
Oh, his wife's dad died a month ago.
Oh, okay. So, and he lives in the area. So, one of the things that happens there's a number of things that happen. They were attracting too many dense things into the area to feed. And so the Naga there is very unhappy. And then the spirits of the other animals, like the elephants, they are very unhappy with, the energy that's there.
I think I misunderstood, Chief, but can you correct me if I'm wrong? Like the place that we will like work in, like when we mentioned last time, is a different place, Chief. It's quite far from this area.
Oh, okay.
I would say like about maybe more than 10 kilometers or 15
Okay.
up, and yeah. But that area we used to work with them before, because we work with a few elephant places and send, because we have a lot of customers, so we have to send like 10 in one camp and another 5 in one camp in different programs. So that's why we explore that area before.
Okay.
Yeah, but this guy just like wanna reopen and bring the family of the elephant there, and things just happening recently. So that's why we went there again to listening for him about the plan. What you gonna say?
Okay. Now, I'm not sure if I'm totally clear either. So the one place we're talking about is where the elephants, where the tree fell and the elephants died. And the other place that's 10 kilometers away is the place where they want you to help them put together their camp.
Let me like think about the map in my head. Okay, so the camp that have the elephant that he planned to move them is basically is in the beginning of Mewang area,
Okay.
and it's quite probably less than 10 kilometers far from the new place that that we're talking about.
Yes.
And that camp, the camp that elephant are on now, the guy who we thinking to join the new project is the different person with the one that who will take this family of the elephant to the land that we talking about near the waterfall. The elephant die on the new place, yes.
Okay. So
The new place have no name yet.
So it was the new place where the elephant was talking to you and telling you that they don't want anyone to build there.
That is the new one that they're thinking to move.
Okay. How did the energy feel at the new place?
I feel like very uncomfortable around, because everything for me look like it's dead, like the house and the like no people there and no farming and everything. It's just like the place that it should leave it like that. That was like how I, yeah. And then when he walked in the jungle and everything, I just like.
Okay, so it sounds like it's a place that could be depressed. Like,
Yeah.
like Like, so you said feel uncomfortable, like sad energy?
And also many, yes, sad energy and many trees, cut down many trees around. I see tree trunks a lot too around there.
Oh, okay. So, all right, now it is a new place where I sense the Naga.
ค่ะ
Naga's very, very angry about the trees being chopped down.
yeah
So even with the energy of the Naga, and I think that in tribe folklore, the Naga means a lot of things, and you can fill me in on any knowledge you have having to do with the Naga or the Na in Thailand. But I'm sensing that the Na also enhances, it has a certain type of energy like nature spirits and things in these areas where we find like where plants grow really, really, really well, there's a lot of nature spirits. And if there's too much density, the nature spirits will run, they'll leave. And that energy that the nature spirits have and that the Naga have help plants stay healthy.
อ๋อค่ะ
So, and it's going to verify to see if that's correct. Someone wants to talk. Okay, Ms. A is on to that. Yeah. Yeah, someone wants to talk and having to do with the camp.
Okay. Marley gonna say something.
So she's saying to you. So the old camp.
We already finished about that. She already which one I already understand which one old and which one new. So now we are talking about the landที่ Papa Joe did, and we call that new camp, and it have no name yet.
Oh,
What
I
you
thought
gonna
it.
explain?
I thought you said when you where the elephants travel already to the
No,
where
that is not the camp we talk today. That is the camp that understand in money. But that is new too. Okay. ค่ะ
Okay, okay, good. It sounds like you worked it out, so that's good. I'm going to listen to what this particular entity wants to say, or being wants to say to Ms. A. So
It's the Naga of that.
it is the Naga of the new camp. Naga of the new camp wants to talk. So
It's good to meet you, and I just have a small request. Well, I am feeling low on energy, so my ability to protect the forest here has waned a bit because I lack the light energies, the energy to project. He just keeps repeating that.
yeah.
He's a bit robotic in a certain way.
So my question is, who depleted, or who's affecting the land in a negative way? Is it a number of dense entities,
Yes.
or it's a number of dense entities,
Yes.
not just one singular
No.
dense
It's
entity?
several groups, and me and my people don't have enough energy to fight them, and I'm sorry.
Anyway, I don't know if Marley knows anything else about the new place, because you're not familiar with the Naga, so perhaps the Naga didn't talk to you when you were there. But you saw a lot of things at the new place. Now that we know that, you know that we're talking about the new place. And that's the same place where you heard the elephants tell Tangmo that it doesn't want people to come there. That's the same place, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So then now the pieces are coming together as to density, and I don't even know if it's actual. It's just very dense wave. So there must have been something there that had a lot of energy that they came into me, just fed and fed and fed. So now the place is compressed.
ค่ะ
So pretty big ley line that runs through, and that's where the waterfall is at the new place.
yes not far from the new place
Not far from the new place. So where the waterfall runs in the stream or river, that is a ley line. So they were feeding from that ley line, but there are other ley lines that they feed from too.
and also I get told about under the waterfall every time in the past we want the volunteers or tourists that under is have kind of like something to suck have the pressure to suck you under and people die there a lot
Sansa.
So,
and PT help one customer Thai customer before from they drown from there too.
Because the sand is sucking them.
I am not sure what
It's
in there
sand
because I never like go far too hard.
okay, so
Okay.
Marley was saying that the sand is sucking.
Because-
yeah, what Marley?
Because sometimes, one time I was in a river one time and the sand keeps sucking my feet. And I keep pulling it out and I couldn't.
We never jumped from the waterfall there before. Yeah, so few minutes might okay.
They were sucking my
Marley
feet.
just like think maybe somethingที่ happened with her before maybe happened the same thing there. Malek means another place, not there.ค่ะ.
Oh, not there, the
She's
different
tying
place.
two things together.
Okay, tying two things together. Let's just see. Let me just check, see who's trying to confuse.
Yes, there's
Yeah, but
the-
people like to go there and like cool jump from the waterfall and everything and then they don't know what
It
under
gets sucked under.
and thing like that. Yeah.
Okay. So what we're going to do right now, I want to find what there's some interference around Marley. So
Yes, the Naga says this is why I did not try to speak with them. Something trying to influence.
Sun goes down, the moon comes out, shadow things start moving about. Not so distant sounds appear, they're coming here to drink my fear. Ancient masters come about, I learned how darkness can be round. Numbers guide and faces known, come to me, you will be found. You will be found.